you hear the expression, God, I wonder what these streets would say if they could talk. Sarasota Street Talk is making the streets talk, and we're recording what they're saying. So that, to me, that is what Sarasota Street Talk is all about.
Sarasota Street Talk is to introduce people of the surroundings.
We're literally right now, we're downtown Sarasota, and we hear people all around us telling different stories. Those are the streets talking.
Hey, good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. How about yourself?
It's great. I'm doing great, and it is gorgeous.
It is a gorgeous day. We don't even need the fans, really.
No.
Yeah, because we got the fans going on us because usually we're used to like 100 plus degree days.
Feeling like 125.
And now we got the shade on us, and which is good. Yeah. So here we are at the farmers market on this beautiful day. It is the
October 21st.
October 21st at about 10:30.
Sometimes
I have zero recollection
of
time
yes.
and dates.
About 10:30.
And we're here in front of Parker's Books and the Gator Club, as we do every weekend, except for the third Saturday of each month. Well, yeah, we did a little bit of a little flip-flop when we go to the bazaar at Apricot and Lime.
Yep.
But yeah, just here talking to people downtown. Of course, I know Scott's getting kind of sick of hearing me say this, but the whole thing here on Sarasota Street Talk is if the streets could talk, what would they say? And they do talk. And it's all these people here at the farmers market, and everybody has a story, and we just want to hear them. You know, so if anybody
out there
wants to come
walk
in,
up and talk,
absolutely,
right?
Just grab a seat, grab a mic, sit down, and let's talk.
It won't hurt a bit.
Won't hurt a bit. So, but actually, we do have a guest here today, and Scott, I'll let you do the preliminaries here.
So we've got Michelle Tanner, and then we're going to let her kind of talk about her organization and event and introduce herself. So, Michelle, introduce yourself. Tell us about what you got going on.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to get it right up there on the mic. Just real uncomfortably close to that mic, please.
Yeah.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Great. So my name is Michelle Tanner, and I have been organizing an event or mission every single year where we raise enough funds to feed about 500 families in our community for Thanksgiving. And we will hold a fundraising event, and that's coming up on Friday, November 3rd at 5:30, and we'll be at the Meadows Country Club. And tickets are available for sale, and we're going to have live music and a silent auction. Also, there is heavy appetizers, but that'll be a great event, and we have one big fundraiser, and that's the first step of our mission.
And we'll circle back to more information,
sure,
so we can get that out to everybody. But how long have you been doing this now?
So this will be the 13th year that we're doing Tanner's Turkeys.
Okay.
Yes.
And how did it develop? What made you come up with the idea and then run with it?
Absolutely.
And how has it grown?
Yep. So I'm actually a big Tony Robbins fan, and he started the coined phrase basket brigade. And so when he was younger, they actually received a big basket of food and I think clothes as well when they were really struggling as a family, and that inspired him to then start his own basket brigade, and he feeds over 1 million people every year with that. So I went to his events, and I also crewed for Tony Robbins. So then I started my own, and the first year we just fed 50 families, where I would just approach individuals and ask if they'd like to sponsor a family for Thanksgiving.
And that's in Sarasota?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we cover now Sarasota and Manatee County. So last year we did a lot in Northport.
So you were mentioning you were doing it for how long? How long have you been doing this?
This is the 13th annual Tanner's Turkeys.
Wow. That's fantastic. And so your the monies that you get then for its contributions, is it?
Yes.
And do you get any other help, like it's a philanthropy I was going to say, but that's contributions.
Yes.
And how many meals do you give out?
So we basically order, once we have all the funds, we order all the food from a local grocery store. We've been partnering with Winn-Dixie actually. And then we have all the canned goods. We pick it all up the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and we pack it up and take it to a church that allows us to use their space right on Bay Vista.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do an assembly line, and we usually have anywhere between 50 and 75 people show up. and we usually can pack 500. We did 600 last year, but usually
Oh,
500
God.
bags in like 40 minutes.
Oh wow.
Now, do you do it at like? Did different churches do it, or is it like
No.
a single location? People come to a single
Yep,
location.
Single location. They allow us to use their church for 2 days, so we're really grateful to them. And it's the St. Lutheran, right there on Bay Vista. And yeah, we've been utilizing that space. And then the next morning, which will be a Monday morning, everybody arrives, and we have a loading team, which will then bring everything outside and load it into the cars. And I will have about 20 lists, and those lists are organized by zip code. And we give each driver a list, and if it's 6 deliveries or 15 deliveries, we load them up, and they go out and deliver.
Wow,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's
Quite a feat.
That's quite a feet. Yeah, that is good. And it's actually
And
like, so last weekend we were at the bazaar, and we had what about 10 or 11 non-for-profits. So they came all in one place. We got to hear about like the Meals on Wheels,
Right.
and all these other ones.
Your friend No Blues News.
Yes.
out
So
there, and
yeah.
SRQ Community,
Mhm.
and all sorts of.
So Hallie Pilot, or Hallie Young now, is our nonprofit partner, because I am not a nonprofit. And so she helps us when we get sponsors, because we'll have sponsors for the event so they can get the tax donation. So she's our nonprofit partner. And we probably work with about a dozen nonprofits to get the families in need. So
Oh, to find them.
yes.
Okay.
So our drop-offs mostly are at nonprofits, but
Oh,
like
okay.
last year we, worked with Children First, and they have 3 locations, so we dropped at each location, and then they disperse to the families most in need.
Okay. So let's go back to the event.
Yeah.
Tell us. Get a little bit. Obviously, this event's been happening. It's an annual thing. Get a little bit more into the date, the time,
Sure.
how they can buy tickets, where they can find
Absolutely.
tickets, and what happens at the event.
Sure. So that event is going to be on a Friday. It is November 3rd, and it's at the Meadows Country Club. The event starts at 5:30, and we'll probably go till about 9. And we usually have about 40 to 50 silent auction items, live music, heavy appetizers, and there's a cash bar as well. And we have capacity probably for about 150 people, and everybody ends up buying their tickets kind of last moment. So
She's looking at me, by the way.
we're
I can't-
all-
Is that what
But
happened?
I'm
to you,
going.
Scott?
I'm helping out a little bit. I'm trying to
Yeah.
help out as a volunteer, and I haven't bought my ticket yet, but I will.
That's okay.
Okay.
Like
So-
I promised today.
So how does one go about volunteering?
So we do have to, everybody does have to buy a ticket, even if they do want to volunteer, because we have to pay the Meadows per person.
You have
Sure.
overhead.
Yeah.
You have overhead. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we have different links. If you go onto Facebook, there is a group called Tanner's Turkeys. There's also every single event that we do starts with Tanner's Turkeys, and then whatever event it is, whether it's packing day, delivery day, or fundraising event. So very easy to find, and those are public events.
So Facebook's probably the best way.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Absolutely.
And that's why I see a lot of your stuff on there.
Yeah. We also have these cards, but these are more like in person, because the QR code is a link tree, and then we have every single, whether you want to sponsor or buy your ticket or go to one of the events, everything's right here. And the nice thing about packing and delivery day is it's on a Sunday and Monday, but the kids in Sarasota County are out of school. So if somebody has teenage kids and they need volunteer hours, we can sign off on their volunteer hours. And it's just a really great way to give back to the community, because what we find is the people that are the recipients, we'd be sitting down to our Thanksgiving meal and being grateful, and a lot of them wouldn't be able to put a meal on their table. So this basically inspires hope for those less fortunate.
All right, we're going to take a bit of a dog leg turn here on our questions a bit.
Sure.
So you've been here for how long? How long have you been in Sarasota?
Yep, I moved here from Ohio in 2007.
Okay. So you
16.
just do the math.
Yeah, 16
years.
Okay, yeah. And do you not love it here? Obviously, you love it here,
Love
right?
it. Love it.
Love it. Which restaurants here do you feel are the best ones, if you could have 2 to choose from?
Here downtown?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It'd be very.
And we do this with everybody.
Yeah, we do. Oh, no, yeah. Don't feel like
And
you're being
but-
singled out
right,
here. No,
right.
we do it with everybody.
Okay, let me think about that. Just 2. That's tough. That's tough. We venture out everywhere in Sarasota, so downtown is, I really love sushi.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So for the sushi and tsunamis, yeah.
Yeah. And I would say Boca. Right around the
Oh,
corner.
okay.
Ah,
Two ones that we hear quite a bit.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a sushi fan, obviously,
Yes.
right? Have you been to Spice Station?
I have. Yep. I
Have you been to the Drunken Poet?
Oh, yes. I love their Thai food.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm a big fan of both Thai food and sushi. There's another. Oh God, what's the one right down here? I keep forgetting it right here on First, crossing the Bijou Cafe. Used to be Flirt.
Oh, I know
You know
where.
what I'm
I
talking
know the
about?
location you mean.
Yeah,
but
right
I don't
across
know
the
the
way.
name of it. Yep.
Yeah, and they have pretty good sushi right there too. But it's so hard to go ahead and come up like when we say
True,
trip
I
two.
know.
It's like okay, like what type of food?
Yep.
You know, because there's like literally 15 fantastic restaurants right here within like
Yep.
2.5 blocks.
Yep. And have
know.
you been to Food and Beer that opened up?
Oh
downtown?
yes. Oh yeah, food and beer. Station 400. Have you been there for breakfast?
I have.
That's fantastic. And
I haven't been to the tapas bar. I'd like to try that over there.
over
Below the mark.
Beso,
Yes.
right? Or is it
Toasties.
Beso?
And
I
Toasties
think,
Beso?
over there?
I think it's Beso.
It's Beso.
It's peso. Yeah. It's
It's
Spanish.
Beso. No, but they've got a lot of new stuff going on here too. So, have you been to Toastique?
I have not.
Okay. Oops. Okay. No one wants to see us. This thing's been on us for way too long. No, Toastique is. I guess it's a gourmet toast.
And juices.
Juices
all
and
sorts of
that
stuff.
type. It's right here at the base of the mark as well.
Nice.
There's a whole lot going on here at the base of the mark.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got. Oh, okay. So here's the big thing too. They got a piano bar coming
Yep.
right there at the very end.
Okay.
So that should be pretty interesting. That's coming out in June. Scott ran into that guy, stalking that guy
yeah.
for a while.
June, really? That much? That much longer?
Yeah,
We have
the
to
place
wait?
is. Oh, it's the studs
We
right
have to
now.
wait that long.
It's the studs.
And you like bricks?
What's that?
Bricks? Do you like them?
big fan.
Bricks is probably my favorite place.
Okay. They support
Amongst-
us every year
yeah.
with their gift card, so we're,
Oh, do they?
we're a
Okay,
big fan
good.
of them too.
Okay.
No, Bricks is fantastic.
You know what? Sarasota, I've only been here a year.
Oh,
and
wow.
I just love it. And everybody's so giving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as I was putting together that basket, that's all local,
Donations.
places that I just know the people and
Mhm.
they donated. So it's really cool.
That's great.
Mhm.
So, and what you do is cool. That's really
Oh, it's,
neat,
yeah,
right?
it's
I mean, that's
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
What else is there? Any other? Not that that's like not enough. Obviously, this is fantastic.
do, yeah.
Is there any others that your organization does? Any other types of works as well? Is it primarily?
It primarily is when, gosh, what is the organization? They moved up to Tampa. They did have a location here, but one year we did Christmas for them.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually when Kmart was going out of business, and we just want to clean them out of all the list of needs that they had. They needed sporting equipment and, socks and all that stuff. So that was one year when they were still here. They were an organization that keeps foster kids, foster siblings together, and the name escapes me right now. But yeah, we'll do some other things, and then sometimes somebody will randomly just message me, "Hey, we have a family that could love a Thanksgiving meal. Can you provide one?" And we have never said no.
Right.
So we make sure that happens. And we always have a little bit of a turkey debacle. It started in COVID because
debacle.
we can't
Turkey fiasco.
can't order turkeys in bulk anymore. So, and I'm not a nonprofit, so I don't have like the back door to go. But Walmart stopped doing their turkeys in bulk, and some other places as well. We tried to get it again this year. So we do gift cards in lieu of turkeys, but not everybody likes turkeys. And then people can buy what they want. If they want to buy a ham or something else, then they're not obligated to a turkey. And
Sure.
And the nonprofits like that too, because they don't have turkeys defrosting in their building
Right.
while they're
Right,
waiting
right,
for
right.
people to come pick them up.
Well, Scott, you've got your hand with a lot of nonprofits. Is there any way that you could help get turkeys in bulk, possibly through
Oh, yeah.
one of your nonprofit connections,
We'll
maybe?
have to
or?
talk about that.
Okay.
No, 'cause he
Yeah.
actually really does. He works with
I'm
a
on
lot
the
of
board.
nonprofits.
I'm on the
He's one-
SLQ community board.
Okay.
It's a 501c3
Perfect.
and probably a few other places.
Because I'd imagine that they
Yeah,
might
few
be
stuff.
able to do that themselves
use,
under
work
that
that through.
and help out in
Yeah.
that capacity.
I'll put you in touch with Kristen.
Or at least put him in touch.
Yeah,
put her in
with
touch with
Kristen.
those who
Yeah,
can
yeah.
help.
There's
So-
so many good nonprofits though in this town.
Oh, there's somebody said 1,400. That's the number I keep hearing.
That's a lot.
1,400 nonprofits in Sarasota.
Wow.
Or the county or whatever. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
unbelievable.
probably right.
Yeah.
My daughter goes to Girls Inc. for aftercare, and that's one of the ones we support. They're a great organization.
Okay.
We always help mothers helping mothers, Children First. There's just so many great
Yeah.
nonprofits. I'm also in Impact 100. Have you heard of them?
No.
Well, you're going to have them on your podcast.
Okay.
So they are a local nonprofit. It's a national nonprofit. And basically, you have to have 100 women who each contribute $1,000 per year. And we give grants to local nonprofits in the minimum increment of $100,000. And we are the fastest growing Impact 100 in the country, and they're even global, so really in the world. And we are in our 5th year right
Awesome.
now, and we have over 760 members.
Wow.
760 women
60,000.
that collectively we're going to be giving away 7 grants,
Right? Of 100 grand. Yeah.
over 100 grand
cool.
each.
That's
So
cool.
it's really, really amazing organization that is worth looking into.
Yeah, and the one I'm in is a non-for-profit, but not for one charity. We then distribute to other non-for-profits.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool.
Perfect.
What they do.
Yeah, Scott, you do quite a bit in the non-profit arena.
Keeps me out of trouble.
He keeps you off the streets. Keeps
No,
you,
not really.
Keeps you out of cask.
So,
Well, no, that's true.
to change the subject again, the statue, you saw me talking to Joe Abel, that
Yes.
gentleman right there.
Yes.
Have you guys ever encountered him and gotten pictures and all that kind of stuff with the
No.
kids? Oh, he's so awesome.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Joe Abel right down there. At the
Joe
corner.
Abel, can you hear us?
Mr. Joe Abel, well, that would require you to move, Mr. Abel, and don't do that, please. And that really is a statue. So go get your picture with the statue.
When you leave here, go over there.
The guy's
get
amazing.
Pictures with the kids. He's awesome.
Perfect.
And he's a great
Yeah.
guy, too.
And he's a fantastic individual. So, yeah.
So, all right. So, let's, one more time.
Contact info.
Facebook is the
Yep.
best way to go.
Yep, Tanner's
Tanner's
Turkeys.
Turkeys.
It's a Facebook public group. They can find me there. My name is Michelle Tanner, and we also have public events. So if you just look at Tanner's Turkeys, the biggest need we have is to get some more people at our event on
Okay.
November 3rd. I usually like to sell at least 60 to 70 tickets, and we're right in the 20 mark right now.
Right. Well, you
So
have one
we
here.
can go.
You have one here. And
Okay,
our
and
friends.
myself,
I'm
yeah.
going to try to get our group of friends.
Mhm.
I'll go.
Perfect.
You know,
Yep.
yeah, it's a great organization. It's a Friday, not too
Yeah,
late. 'cause
Friday
we have to
night.
get up and do this the next day. You know?
Yeah, we go to
Start
bed
your
really, really
holiday
early.
shopping
We're
early.
old. We go to bed early.
You got that early.
So, all right, so 2 things. One, I think you might have mentioned this before, but how would one become a volunteer to help you out?
Yeah.
Like, where would they go? Who would they contact if they want to help?
Is there an email address?
Email address,
I
phone
think
number,
an email address.
form online.
I can give them my email, which is Tanner, my last name, Sells, that's SELLS @gmail. They can contact me there, or on Facebook, it's Michelle Tanner with 1 L, or if they message through Tanner's Turkeys Facebook group, we can get back to them the DM right away.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
And I just
that's-
want to do a shout out to my assistant, Skylar.
Yes.
She has been with me for 4 years in my business, and she goes right along my side during Tanner's Turkeys, and we're picking up silent auction items, and her husband's even doing that too. So I just want to give a shout out to her for helping me and sticking by me all these years, because this is really the first year where we've tried to form somewhat of a committee. And before, it's just her and I organizing the whole thing until we get to the need for volunteers packing and delivering.
Very good.
And then same thing with the volunteering would be the Sunday before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And the Monday.
And I
before
believe that's
Thanksgiving.
the 19th and the 20th
Okay.
of November.
All right,
Right.
so we got to clear that because I want to do that.
I will do that.
I mean, I'll do that.
Sure.
Count me. Like I'll
I mean,
talk
yeah,
to
I'll-
Scott. I'll
yeah,
talk to
bring you
Scott.
into this.
That's
and,
fun.
Bring me
I'll
in.
bring in
Bring
this.
me in.
I've got a few people I think that'll join us. Hey, girls, do you want to come say hi?
What?
You want to come over and say hi real quick?
Yeah.
Introduce
Come on.
yourselves. Hi.
Hello. You want to sit down here and talk?
You want to sit down a second? Mom, give
Talk
her.
to- yeah,
give-
I'll
Come here for a second.
Mom will pass these over. All right.
Okay.
Never mind.
Well, that was my daughter.
You know what? We can
Sorry,
follow them
daughter.
around though. They can't run. They can run, but they can't hide.
All right.
They're on camera right
So,
now. All right. There
We're
we
going to
go.
let you go because
Sure.
you got things to do with your daughter
Absolutely.
and her friend.
Sure.
Definitely go see Mr. Abel, Joe
Okay.
Abel.
Mhm.
He's a golfer
Will do.
today.
Actually, did have one last thing though. So as far as helping to get people involved and to get people to your gig, are you member ILDS, a member of the Facebook group that I run? I Love Downtown Sarasota.
I think I am, actually.
Okay, so please go ahead and do a posting to that.
Okay.
And about the show or the event.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and I'll approve it.
Okay.
And it'll go out to hopefully 55 million people.
Yeah,
Perfect.
No, as you
28,000 now.
We have 23,000.
35,000 by next week.
Yeah,
That's
we got
impressive.
23,000 people.
Yeah.
About a third of which are here in Sarasota, which
Okay.
the others aren't going to help, obviously. But can you take donations, obviously?
Yes.
Somebody could call in a donation or
Yes.
send something to you.
Yep.
Yeah,
maybe that
post
might
all the
help.
information on ILDS.
And
Yeah.
we'll share that
It's a group,
from
not a
Tanner's
page.
Turkeys.
It's on a page.
So they will have that, they'll be able to find us even easier
Right.
if they want to volunteer.
Yeah.
So-
So put all the information on there. I'll see it in the admin. I'll approve it, and then
Perfect.
hopefully, you get a whole good response.
You
from
might get
that.
20
Thank
people.
you.
You might get 20 people at the event just from that.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
well, we got that from
Yeah.
last night. We got a pretty good showing at the
Yeah,
the bazaar for the
right.
talent show we
We had
just
a
had.
talent
So
show,
yeah,
yeah.
that was pretty
Oh,
cool.
fun.
We were
So-
judges. We weren't in it. Thank God.
Yeah, because we have no
We have
talent.
no talent.
That's why. That's why they chose us to be judges.
I'm
I don't
not
know.
even-
You have a pretty good radio voice.
I don't know if we
Well,
even did
thank
any
you.
good. I don't even know
Hey,
if
no.
we did any good as judges, but at least we
You know,
got through
it-
the night. It was fun.
I had nothing compared to Mr. Brian Bird, but that's
Yeah,
a whole
right.
different story.
Sorry.
We had a gentleman on, and he's has a band here that
The
goes
Dirty Birds?
Dirty Birds
Oh,
over here at
very
Cask and
good.
Ale,
They
and
play
so
at
it's a
Cask.
blues kind of a blues band.
Sure.
And we got on and we're talking, and I just heard him sing. I never heard him talk.
Sure.
And he came on, and he's like, "So I'm so glad to be here." And I'm like, "Oh, God, I'm done. I'm done." It's like
smooth.
very smooth.
Mic drop.
Yeah, mic drop. It's like, all right, it's the Brian Bird show. Brian and Scott in the morning.
That's right.
Anyway.
All right. Well,
Thank
Michelle,
you.
thank you for
so-
coming
yeah.
on.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
this is so
appreciate it.
nice. I mean, I've never, done the podcast with you guys, and I appreciate it. And getting the word out and spreading it just makes, many hands make light work.
Right.
Absolutely, and that's kind of right back to the whole point of this is
Yes.
and just kind of a quick flashback. This started out as a real estate podcast. I'm a real estate agent with Call a Banker. Steve over here.
He's been calling me
Scott. I
Steve
don't
like
know.
the last 3 days.
The Alzheimer's is kicking in.
Scott.
Scott is a mortgage broker. And so it started off as a real estate podcast about a year ago, but
And
then
that
it
was
turned
before I was. I think that was even before.
as
I started.
before.
And then
yeah,
then
before your bad influence.
I took it off the rails after that.
Yeah, then everything went spiraling downhill. No, it's been a lot of fun just to do exactly this, just
Yes.
talking to people because everyone has a story.
Sure.
Everybody contributes to what everyone loves here about Sarasota, and you're
You're a big part of it.
a huge part of
Huge
it.
part of
Yeah.
it.
So
We
thank you for
appreciate
stopping and
Thank
talking
you.
And
to
all
us.
the non-for-profits.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great
All right.
weekend.
You too.
Thank you very much.
see you
And very
soon.
nice to meet you.
My
I'll
pleasure.
be in touch with you, and I'll buy my ticket tonight.
All right. I'm going to be watching for that.
All right.
Thank you.
And I will do the same. If you want to share that information with
I
me,
will.
I'll.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go and do that.
Perfect.
Today.
Here.
All right.
you.
Scan it and try to do it right.
All right.
All right.
We'll do it right
thanks.
now. Very good. Thank you
right.
so much.
Well, that was great.
That was amazing.
And
See, that's what again.
Such
That's
an
what I'm talking about.
important thing, right?
Right.
500, 600 families. getting-
It's a combination of last week and today's interview right now
Right.
to show there's so much help out there. There's so many places to go.
right.
You just have to look.
Yeah.
And I guess it's a matter of knowing where to go, where to start looking. But you ask someone who will then tell somebody else, and then between housing, between food, between helping with jobs.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
We only need 1,390 more nonprofits to talk
Yeah.
to, right?
So yeah, start
But
booking,
what
Scott.
a great community.
Yeah.
1,300
Get busy, man.
nonprofits.
We got about 1,300 more people to talk to.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna go and wrap this up.
We're going to wrap this up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we will come back here shortly
Okay.
and have a fantastic
All
time.
right. We'll see you in a bit.
All right, man. See you in 2 and
All
2.
right, bud. We're going to go see Joe Abel. All right,
Okay.
bye.